Is there someone fucking with you? Are you the one who is in a disadvantaged position and desperately need help? My daddy Shango Ray has been strangely getting quite a few messages and emails concerning people like yourself being attacked on various levels in various ways. So much so, he is willing to perform one of his most powerful offensive defensive protection spells, the OPPS in a box ritual. This specialized ritual will neutralize your enemy or enemies. But my daddy Shango Ray can only perform this ritual for 3 individuals who really need it at this time. Give yourself a new lease on life for 2023, and let's put your opposition in a box for good. If you are the one who desperately needs this service, then this message is for you. Click the link in the description box or pinned comment to find out more details how we can help you, as well as what this ritual is and what it is not.
Yeah. That's right. You heard right. Real shit. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of people asking things, a lot of different attacks I've noticed. And I noticed they're on a lot of different levels, whether it's more on the mundane, physical, mental, or even spiritual, and sometimes obviously a combination of both. But let's get into this hex text read. I hope you are doing well. I had to do this through my phone because for some reason my computer is just, I almost threw my computer across the fucking floor. So I want to make sure, hold on, let me put this up here too. So that way, join the hex text mob, get a free weekly reading, such as this. This is like a general, and this is also a full moon read for the Leo energy that we have here. So this is going to detail for many of you what your week's going to be looking like, or different elements. All right. Also, one more thing. I have been getting, this is another thing I've been getting a lot of. So I decided to kind of caved in because, I got a soft heart, heartstrings for y'all. But a lot of people have been asking me for readings and stuff. And as you know, I don't do personal readings like on the phone right now for the foreseeable future. But we have now the hex text personal readings where you can ask either 3 questions or 7 questions and get them shot right up in your box the way you like it. Okay, head to shango-ray.com for that. All right, so let's get into this now. Usually when I do the weekly readings, we're going to condense this one. I'm not going to have this long as fuck like the last reading. So we're going to be moving through these kind of fast. Now, I don't know if you could see the cards there. These are your cards for the week, and I apologize the way it is right here, but like I said, I wasn't able to use my computer for this for some reason. I got to figure out what the fuck is going on. But what you want to do is you want to find out your particular card if you don't know it, as well as any cards for people who are important or that may play some type of part in your movie this week. All right. And the way you do that is you go to Google or you search it up. This is what you search. You just put the month and the day. So for example, October 24th, cards of life. Or you could put October 24th, cardology. And then you will learn that person's card or your card, because they will often show up in these readings, as you will see. Well, once you find out what your cards are. All right, so without further ado, if we look all the way to the left, I don't know if you could see on this, you'll notice an ace of diamonds, a 6 of spades, and an ace of spades. This is Monday. Next to it, you see the 3 of spades. That's Tuesday. Next to that, ace of clubs. That's Wednesday, and so forth. The top 4 cards are week-long themes, and we will get into that shortly. But let's get into this. So Monday is your Mercury period. Okay, so this influence brings the sudden desire to have more money or desire to make more money. Of course, who don't want that, right? You got to buy some fucking eggs, right? So this influence is also one of impatience, though, too. So you're going to kind of temper that impatience or be able to channel that. All right. So just be sure that, what you get involved in doesn't cost you more than it's worth. Oftentimes, hurry and impatience can cause mistakes. Now we have the 6 of spades right underneath that. This is usually one of those, well, depends how it's coming in. But during this period, you can expect steady employment, steady health. Remember, whatever you have going into Monday, this particular card is going to steady it for that day. All right. It's also a karma card. So, you know, this can also smooth out things. Like, for example, you lose something, you instantly gain something else to equal the playing field. Okay. So at the same time, you'll be encouraged to be responsible in your communications. Okay. Because you're going to eat, you're going to sow what you reap what you sow. All right. Because you got to be aware of what you say and how you say it, or others may have to point it out for you. All right. And then finally, underneath that, these are all like the background cards to the Ace of Diamonds. All right. So when we have the Ace of Spades and Mercury, and this card represents secret activities, communication, short trips. All right. This card can signal an unexpected change or even a death in the family. Don't get scared. Usually it doesn't. Though this is not a strong possibility, and also represent a powerful spiritual experience that changes your life. All right. Tuesday is your Venus period, according to the system. And we top it off the headline, the 3 of Spades. Okay. This influence brings many fluctuations and indecisions about romantic involvements and work. All right. You may dread monotony and sameness at this point in time, especially in romance. Who don't dread that shit, right? So during this period, you may be fickle and aloof with your close friends and family, and you can expect many changes in your attractions and friendships. Be careful that your indecisiveness doesn't leave you feeling insecure. You heard that? You eared. Okay, so underneath that, Queen of Diamonds. I like to think she represents a sugar mama to me, but hey, during this period, you have a heightened sense of how to successfully create more money in business, where you can with this influence, okay? You have to tap into it, though. It's there, but you got to tap into it. So you can use this ability in any line of work that you need a financial increase or a creative marketing plan, okay? Your relations with diamond females should be very good during this day, Tuesday, all right? So there may be 1 or 2 of them that play an important role in your life right now. That's why it's important to know who's what and what's who. That role is likely to be one that is pleasant and enjoyable for you. Underneath that, you got that 9 of Hearts, that old 9 of Hearts action. In Venus, I don't know. Let's see what it says. Disappointments in love and romance and possibly finances are distinct possibilities, you know, today or Tuesday. This is one of the stronger divorce cards. Okay, so the possibility of a painful separation is present. And remember, the difficulties are in reality opportunities to learn about ourselves and to purify our own motivations. Selfless giving is a healer. Okay, so sometimes when you just step out of yourself and give, you put your attention on somebody else, and you're like, you know what? I'm pissed off. I'm sad. I'm whatever I'm feeling, but I'm gonna take my attention off me for a minute. I'm gonna help somebody. That does make a big difference. All right. Moving on to the right, got the Ace of Clubs. I told you we're moving faster today. Now, the Ace of Clubs falls on your Mars period. This influence bestows an aggressive quest for knowledge or self-improvement. Some of you are going to be tired of being fucking tired. Okay. You didn't do the new year, new me going in from the 31st to the 1st of January, but you might just be tired enough to say, I'm not going to fucking live my life like this. Okay. So either you seek out the knowledge or you are very serious in your declaration. Today, I'm making a change. I don't care if it's a small one. I'm making a change. All right. So there's also a possibility you need specific information to help you in some sort of legal proceedings during this particular day. Overall, you will be more aggressive and passionate in your pursuit of knowledge, whether it be specific information or knowledge in general. And this influence can mean the beginning of a new job or project, especially if they are associated with communications, publishing, or teaching in some kind of way. Now, underneath that, you lucky sumbitch, you got that 10 of Hearts going on. And relationships in all areas should be very successful with this 10 that you have on Wednesday. And sometimes this even goes towards a little bit of Tuesday or Thursday as well. It's not just regulated to Wednesday, but this is how they came out. Okay, so this could also translate as a success in a lawsuit or legal matter. Okay, those of you who got some type of litigation going, aggressively pursuing friendships and relationships should bring you success and happiness under this influence. This is great, a great influence for performers and artists and those dealing with the public. Okay, so underneath that, Five of Hearts. Now in Mars, the Five of Hearts promises many changes and a certain restlessness within you, huh? How many of you are restless out there? Yeah, tell me about it. Now, these may jeopardize love and work relationships, okay? Some of you are like little plants and you're outgrowing the fucking pot that you've been in for so long. That's why you're restless, because it's time to repot yourself, all right? So connected with a man or your work are possible changes in feelings or location. Men provide stimulation, but also stimulate restlessness. Go figure. In general, we do not do such things. We are perfect angels. In general, you will be more restless than usual, and this could inspire changes in work or love. Sometimes you got to get fucking restless to make that goddamn change, right? If you're too content and too happy and just too relaxed all the time, then you're never going to do anything. It's like, imagine one of your muscles. If you want to lift your arm, if you want to lift a weight, it needs to get tense. It can't do it all loosey-goosey, right? So be careful with this energy, as breakups can often be devastating and expensive. It's cheaper to keep it there for a while, especially if you end up in a legal battle. That's why I don't fuck with that shit. All right. Next to that, we have the Nine of Spades. This is landing on Thursday, okay? Nine of Spades landing on Thursday. And under the Jupiterian influence, this Nine of Spades you will likely experience some type of a major completion or an ending of a particular line of work or a livelihood. And let me add this too. It could be also in the way that you are doing it. That has come to an end. You gotta come up with some new shit or find a new way to do it or something like that. Or it could just be like I said, an ending. This ending will in some way also affect your basic lifestyle. All right. So it seems as though you've been doing a certain occupation for a long time, and now it's time to move on to something new. Don't resist the endings. That's a key for everything and everyone. Don't fight the endings, as they are positively leading you to a new and more exciting and prosperous future. You're protected by Jupiter's blessings, and all you need to do is take a close look at your situation to realize the good in what is happening. In truth, it was your desire to have this happen in the first place. And if you think about it, you know, Papa Shanguitos, right? Underneath that, yet another nine of clubs. What the fuck? This influence brings financial success through the spreading of knowledge or by doing some sort of spiritual teaching. Okay, for those of you out there who are into that type of thing. Those endings are often interpreted as losses, okay? And because this card falls in Jupiter, it is also certain, because one thing that's going to end is certain ways of thinking and looking at shit the way you do, all right? So don't resist any endings or completions. And remember to switch it around if you find yourself in some negative Nancy, pessimistic bullshit, all right? Now, it's okay to feel the feelings. Don't keep thinking the thoughts that feed the feelings. Oh, shit. All right, underneath that, we have the Seven of Spades. And this period could bring on an illness related to worry about money or work, perhaps from overworking, okay? You just might be overdoing shit, all right? And fear is the reason why you overdo shit, if you think about it. All right, so chill the fuck out a little bit. This can also indicate money spent or time lost through illness. This card is also a powerful spiritual influence, giving you more than usual support to conquer your mundane problems through the application of faith, gratitude, wisdom, self-honesty, and discipline. Hallelujah. This is typically considered a difficult card to have in any position. But because it's in Jupiter, it's much easier to manifest its higher spiritual benefits. However, those who are very attached to circumstances, once again, do you see a thread here? If you're attached to shit, you're asking for it, okay? You're asking for it. Let's move on to the right. King of Hearts. King of Hearts is in Saturn, okay? And this is falling on Friday. So Friday is the Saturn period for the system. Okay, through emotional self-control, wisdom, and healing power, you'll be able to overcome any difficulties that may arise on this day, which is usually the most challenging of the week. All right, success with health matters, doctors, other areas will be attributed to your emotional maturity. For women, this card could indicate difficulties from some man who is a romantic interest. All right, so be on the lookout for men of the heart's suit. That's why you got to know people's card once again. All right, especially those who are older than you or who may be in a position of authority or responsibility, because they're likely to prove troublesome or burdensome to you in some form of fashion. Underneath that, Jack of Clubs. Creative projects may also seem a burden on Friday, okay? During that period. You'll have to work harder to get shit going. And though it seems like your progress is being hampered, you're actually laying the foundation for future success. So always remember that. Be very careful when making verbal commitments also, because they can come back and bite you square in that ass. And be on the lookout for men of the club's suit, especially those who are younger or who might be approaching you, trying to holler at you romantically or some other form, maybe a creative point of view. They're likely to prove burdensome, okay? A pain in the ass. And in some cases, this card could represent a doctor or physician who is underhanded or dishonest. So if you have to go to a doctor, you may want to get a second opinion if you don't like what he's talking about, or just period, all right? Underneath that, Seven of Clubs, negative attitudes, worry, pessimism. Guess what? They can affect your health. Oh, yeah. And in some cases, scandal or backbiting are involved. A positive attitude, patience, mental discipline are a must in order to maintain your well-being. And during this period, you'll be faced squarely with the effects of your own attitudes, your own negative attitudes, and beliefs. All right. So bear in mind that the difficulties or challenges indicated by this card could be offset by a strong card in other Saturn position, a 4, an 8, or a 10, which you don't have. So let's just keep it moving. On Saturday, this is also your Uranus period. All right. Topping it off, headline for Uranus is the 6 of Hearts. And this is an influence of success in like humanitarian shit, or affairs of labor and co-workers. This is also good for steady progress in these areas. And sticking to one chosen path and, working through it, seeing shit through. All right. Watch out that you don't allow this steadiness to become an excuse for being stubborn or getting stuck in certain patterns. Okay. You may have to make compromises now to maintain peace and harmony with friends or even maybe on the job, but it'll be worth the cooperation. All right. Tune into your intuition. Underneath that, 10 of Spades. I know this is probably going to be good. It's probably going to be good. So this card represents success in organizations of labor, real estate, or other earth-related businesses. Let me see. This is an excellent influence and gives you a special gift of dealing with groups of people in a healing and positive way. Go on with your badass. All right. Underneath that, we have the 2 of Spades. This card. So Saturday could bring the beginning of some type of partnership. Okay. And the partnership may involve either something having to do with land, real estate, humanitarian shit, or some sort of futuristic technology thing, tech shit, or even some new age shit. This can also include computers and other forms of high technology. So this is one of the best influences for spending also quality time with a friend or a group of friends, if you have them. Okay, moving right along. Got that 10 of clubs. You're starting off with a banger. This is falling on Sunday, and Sunday's your Neptune period. Okay, so this is good influence that brings much success and the realization of a dream. Okay, travel can also be very rewarding at this time, as well as any business. This period may see you achieving success and recognition in the fields of writing, teaching, speaking, or even learning, especially if it deals with helping or caring for others in some way. Underneath that, you got the 3 of clubs. In your Neptune, oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's Neptune. So 3 of clubs, folks, if you're not aware, 3 of clubs can be great. It's a very creative card. All threes are like expansive and expressive, creative in some form or fashion, depending on what they're dealing with. But they can also be indecisive and worry. Okay, that's the bottom of the 3. That's the lower octave of the 3. So this card means indecision, doubt, or worry related to travel, something important to you that is at a distance. All right. So this can also indicate just plain old vague worries about a bunch of shit. And most of them ain't shit. So just remember that this is drugs and alcohol could cause even more confusion right now. So you might want to chill on that. You may be feeling somewhat confused as some long cherished beliefs are eroding under Neptune's powerful elixir. And this is a good influence for musical or artistic expression because it generates variety and many new ideas. Okay. And then underneath that, if that wasn't enough, you got another 3. And this is the 3 of diamonds. And this influence, of course, what did I tell you about the worry part, right? Didn't I tell you about that? Okay. This influence brings worry over some money matter, perhaps connected with a travel or distant interest. Indecision and confusion over financial matters can dissipate your energies, and vague fears or worry may interfere with your desire to achieve financial success. Miscommunications are highly probable here, so be careful how you say shit. Make sure, like, take your time. Take your time. All right. Best way to handle this influence is to direct it into creative expression. And this is one of the better cards for ideas that can both make you money and also allow you to express yourself. Okay, let's move on up. You see that 3 of hearts all the way to the left? I'm sure you do. These cards represent different kinds of themes that are for the whole week. Okay. So this is what is known as your long range card. And basically what this is saying is this week you'll have a strong desire to learn about love and intimate relationships and friendships, mostly through experimentation. Your mind is involved with your heart matters, and thus you may expect many changes in romantic areas. This will likely be the cause of many different experiences with love and friendships. So if you're in a position where you're wanting a new relationship of some kind, friendship or romantic, this will be a week that could be very much so filled with variety. Okay. This means hop your ass on Tinder. No, I'm fucking with you. This means you are likely to have more than one person to love, all right, at different times this week, depending on how busy your ass is. Okay. So this card often comes up in people's spreads who are just getting back into relationships after a time of being without one. All right. You might start hitting the dating scene again, or I don't know. They often need a year or so to get familiar with who is available and to discover what they are actually truly looking for. And number one, it's themselves. I promise you that. All right. If you're not looking for a new relationship, this card can indicate a meeting or meeting many new and interesting people. Okay, so having some prolonged element of indecision in your existing love situation, sometimes the 3 of hearts can mean fears about not getting enough love or being hurt or fear of being vulnerable or fill in the blank. If that's the case, you may be able to see that it is your own indecision or uncertainty about commitment that is at the root of your worries. Next to that, you will notice the 7 of diamonds. Oh, we got a whopper for you. It's not just a 7. It's a 7 that is your Pluto card for the week. And guess what? Pluto represents the main challenge for you. Okay. Man, I was trying to make this faster and I'm going as fast as I fucking can. We're still at damn near a half hour. Shit. Okay. So, challenging financial situations could be a major theme for you this particular week. All right. Time has come for you to take on more responsibility for your financial condition and not from an external point of view. In other words, you got to go inside. That's where you're going to find it all. The mystical 7 of diamonds says that prosperity can be attained through inner mastery. So if you're fearful about money, first of all, also stop watching all the shit about, watching the news and all these stupid ass fucking YouTube videos, though they may have an element of truth to them, a lot of times you're just going to give yourself a fucking ulcer. All right. Whereas from the financial challenges that you take this week, you can be sure that the roots of them are in your attitudes and beliefs about money and prosperity. Change your attitude, change the results. All right. So speaking of results, let's look at the result here. 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds is your result card. And the net result of one of your important goals this week is likely to be successful financial partnerships and or arrangements. Okay, so if you're looking for that sugar daddy or mama, all right, your Pluto card will tell you more about this or tell you who in particular you are joining forces with. Looks like you're joining forces with yourself. Hey, taking advantage of other people's help may cause you to go through some changes this week. However, cooperation is the key to your success, and all business deals will have to be a win-win-win so that you and all others profit from them. All right. Now, at the very tippy top, this is what is also known as like your environment card. All right. And for your environment card, we have a karmic one, 6 of clubs. All right. So this could be an important week for you in many ways that are more subtle and spiritual in nature. So this is a week where you can listen to your inner voice, or, maybe get more accustomed with your inner voice. Maybe you've been ignoring your inner voice. You know what I'm saying? And get important messages from your higher self, who's probably like wanting to slap you upside the head sometimes. All right. If you've always wanted to know what your life's purpose is, this is the week that you can make that discovery, or even part of it. You're still winning if that's the case. This card often occurs at a key time in life when we realize our purpose. And for you, this purpose could entail bringing knowledge or wisdom to others. Okay. Smarty pants. So that has been your weekly Hex Text reading. Okay. Be sure to sign up. If you're not signed up, text Hey Ray to 833-451-3130. And if you are one of the few people who are under attack right now, you feel you're under attack, whether it's, you people are ganging up on you, maybe it's maybe you're physically overpowered, maybe you're overpowered by way of power, like, for example, authority, a boss, someone who has connections and you don't. So they kind of have the upper hand, and or spiritually getting bullied around, and you're ready to have that new lease on life. You're ready to, put all this shit behind you and get on with your life, get on with your new you in 2023. Check the description box. And of course, if you also have some questions that you would like answered personally by me through text, get you a Hex Text personal reading available at shango-ray.com. All right. Much love to you. I love you, and I'll be seeing you soon. Peace.